I realize I have to pace myself. That's the first apple I've taken 3 bites and I have 18 more. 18 times 3 is too many apples. Okay, I've been going a little insane these past few weeks buying apples. I got 18 different varieties, which looking at it is way too many apples, but I'm gonna taste them, rate them, and roast them. Not cook them, but some of these apples need to be knocked down a peg or two. In all seriousness, or in fun actually. I used to be on that Honeycrisp train like 10 years back, and then I switched to Envy, and it's been my go-to apple ever since. And I recently picked up an apple I have never heard of and was blown away by it. Okay, so it's just an apple, but it made me realize it's always a good idea to try something new. I thought this would be a fun way to introduce you to a few apples you know and some you don't. Now, it was 18 in total, but I just picked up one more before filming, thank you to a last-minute trip to Costco. So if you're like me and you end up buying the same kind of apple, I think it's a great idea to try new varieties because it seems like new ones are popping up all the time. Let's get to eating some apples. Honeycrisp. This is a good one to start with. Juicy, crispy, real flavorful. This is the Tom Brady of apples. Consistently good, no matter how much people want to hate it. Because it's also always super expensive, like $3.99 a pound instead of like $2.99. I mean, can you believe how expensive apples have gotten? Anyway, it's got this unbelievable crispness and this incredible amount of juiciness. It's like, this is the apple that makes you want to feel like you can do anything and that everything is gonna be okay, okay? Even if your life's a mess, I say 8.5 out of 10. Sugarbee. Oh yeah, that's sweet. Wow. Sugarbee is like the kid who tries hard to be liked. It's super sweet, like a cup of diluted sugar. It's crunchy and crispy. It's really good. Albeit sweet hints of honey. It's trying too hard to impress. And it kind of does, which makes me want to hate it for it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like a Sugarbee, but I do. So I would say, oh yeah. I have a tendency to like sweet over sour, so I'm going to give this one like a 9 out of 10. Envy. Yeah, it's a different kind of sweetness than the Sugarbee. It's a little more subtle, well-rounded. Weird that you name one of your apples after the 7 deadly sins. I mean, this is probably the apple that the Wicked Witch magically concocted when trying to get Snow White. It's good. It's really good. It's got this sweet floral thing going on. It's definitely going to lure you in. I would say we're starting off strong. These, I'm just biased. This is like really sweet honey taste. I would definitely give this like a 9 out of 10. You can see I'm too Canadian. I'm being too polite. Hopefully some of these will be a little harsher. Lucy Glow. Oh. Kind of gross looking, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's sweet. It's got like this little hint of berry. It's kind of disturbing to eat, you know? It's like something out of a horror movie. Is this an apple or is this an apple trying to be a guava? I'm not really sure. It's a little mealy. Not too bad. I'd definitely say, I don't know, I find it disturbing. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Lucy Rose. Pink on the inside too, a little white. Less disturbing than the Lucy Glow. More tart, still sweet, but not too tart, but it has like a nice hint of that Granny Smith, and it has a nice, that sort of push that like a real tough apple has. It's not mealy at all. Yeah. Excellent crunch. You know what this is? This is like a Hollywood Nepo baby apple. It's like its mom is Lucy Glow, and then its dad is like Johnny Depp. Good apple, but way overhyped. I wouldn't get this. I would say 6 out of 10. Gala. Juicy. A lot of juice. Not that crisp. A little crunch to it. Gala's like your average sitcom. It's there, it's fine, it doesn't offend anybody, but it's like not winning any awards. It's the comfortable, available, and affordable apple that you get most of the time. It's great for school lunches and midnight snacks. People complain about apple prices like this guy, but Gala laughs at inflation. This is usually on sale for like 89 cents a pound. So I would say for that, I would give it a 6 out of 10. Pink Lady. Juicy. Way more sour than I thought, or I remember. I realized I don't like this apple as much. It's a little mealy. There's no crispness or crunch. Shouldn't this and Lucy Glow just merge into one apple? Like, shouldn't that be called Pink Lady? And that's not fair to Lucy Glow, although it is kind of weird to bite into that. But Pink Lady starts off nice. It's like refreshingly sour, honey taste, but then really a mealy texture. Like it wants to remind you of your childhood nightmares. That is Red Delicious. You know, 4 out of 10. Red Delicious. Oh, sweet mother of God. I hate this apple. This apple is the poster child for false advertising. It's red, check. It's not delicious. This should be called Red Disappointment. It's like biting into an AI-generated apple and the computer looking at you going, did I do good? Juici. This is the late edition. Just picked this one. Actually, a whole box up at Costco. I don't know what to say about the name. Juici with an I. It's like a techie named this apple. Like a bunch of tech bros are bringing you Apple 2.0. And yeah, it's juicy. Kudos on being right on the nose with the name. But this is what I feel like a Red Delicious should be. It's red. It's not terrible, although a little bit mealy. You know, once you get to the middle, it's not that bad, but really juicy. I don't know, 6.5 out of 10. Granny Smith. Oh my God. Granny Smith is the perfect name because this lady don't give a shit. Tart, crisp, no nonsense. I mean, these are great for pies, giving you that tart, crisp bite that offers that needed balance with all that sugar. But as a snack, this will wake you up. I used to love these as a kid, but like my weak ass cannot handle how sour they are. You know what? 4 out of 10. Lady Alice. Whoa, all right. This is like the first apple that surprised me. First off, who's Alice? And why am I biting into a character of a Jane Austen novel? It's got this sturdy, firm outside, but it is pretty soft. Like it wants to put up a fight, but then gives up right away. Like, you know, how dare I eat this apple? But oh no. I would want to pick this up because it doesn't taste like any other apple. It's subtle, it's sweet, it's delicious. I definitely want to say this is a 7.5 out of 10. Opal. Oh wow. Oh wow. This one, just like Lady Alice, just has like a different flavor. It's not as crunchy. It's a little mealy. You know, I think like the Red Delicious, you know, it's like a little soft on the middle. I do like that little bit kick. This doesn't have it, but the taste, very unique. I definitely like this apple from a flavor perspective. And that alone, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I would definitely consider buying this more often. Apparently these apples don't brown. I don't know what this fascination is with apples that just don't go bad. That's just weird. Like, why are we trying to like reject the aging process with apples? Man, I'm getting tired. Sweetango. Whoa, yeah, this is a good apple. This apple's got zing, man. It's like a flavor party in your mouth. There's a lot going on, like cotton candy, sweet, tangy, the good crunch. This is the apple that other apples want to be when they grow up. It makes you kind of want to be a better person when you eat this. You know, I should be eating more Sweetango. I hate the name though. I would definitely be buying this again. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Fuji. That was a weird bite. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, this has a unique taste too, but it's just not, yeah, it doesn't do it for me. A little bit of a crunch and like that little mealiness, not as mealy as a Red Delicious, you know, just like a softer middle. This might be the most popular apple in the world. It's originating in Fujisaka, Japan, if I said that correctly. And it does remind me that I should be eating more apples outdoors. I don't know, or maybe it's like a Fuji, you know, like Lauryn Hill and Wyclef. You take a bite and like, ooh la la la. It's the way we rock when we do our thing. But, you know, I don't want to do my thing with this thing. 5 out of 10. Kanzi. Oh yeah. This is not from Japan. Sounds like a minor Star Wars character. Like, I'm Kanzi Grita from Bakura. It's a slightly weird mix of like sweet and sour. Like, I can't tell if I like it, but it's definitely got like a nice kick to it. That alone would make me bite into it again. This is kind of the level of sour I can handle. Granny Smith, too sour. This is nice. This is nice. It's very crisp. If you like crisp apples, go for this. It's got a good amount of juice. And I would say 7 out of 10. Modi. Oh. Oh. This is another one that I've never heard of. And now I'm seeing them everywhere. I can't tell if I like it because there's a lot of different flavors going on. But I can't really pinpoint what it is. It's kind of the apple that like is like a one-hit wonder. You're like, oh, you bite into it. You're like, oh, let me play that one again. That's pretty good. But like, you like buy it and then immediately forget that you bought it. Anyway, 6 out of 10. Ambrosia. Is this named after a food of the gods or a stripper that you fell for in Vegas? Let's take a bite. Yeah, stripper in Vegas. That's a big ass name for a weak sauce apple, okay? This is the apple that you bring to a party and that, you know, you don't want to offend anybody, but like, because you also just don't want them to remember that you brought anything. This is like very middle of the road. It might as well be the white line, okay? I'm serious. Like, skip this apple. This is gross. Put it in a bowl with Red Delicious and just call it a day. I would say 2 out of 10. Full. Cosmic Crisp. Whoa, that's the biggest, loudest crunch I've heard in all the apples. It's like they softened the edges of a Honey Crisp. But it's not out of this world. It's got an amazing crunch to it. Like when you bite into it, it like echoes and like rattles around in your head. It's a little mealy. Maybe I got a bad one. I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are on this new Cosmic Crisp. Definitely not a life-altering experience. Not out of this world. It sounds like a strain of marijuana, if you ask me. I remember when these things came out, they made such a big deal that you could last a whole year without going bad. And like, I don't know about you, but there's no reason for you to have an apple just hanging out in your house for a whole year, okay? That's super weird. Just for that, 5 out of 10. Autumn Glory. Now, this is the new apple I was telling you about. It actually delivers. It's really good. I mean, Autumn Glory sounds like something that would win the Kentucky Derby, but I picked this up on a whim, and because of this, I went apple crazy. And for like 2 weeks, I ate like 3 dozen apples, which is too many apples. But it was different enough that made me realize that, you know, I actually miss eating apples and how much I need to break away from my regular routine and try something new. It has like hints of caramel and cinnamon and a good crunch. I mean, it sounds totally basic, but if this is the pumpkin spice latte of fruit, then sign me up, okay? It's like a fall festival in apple form. I would say 9 out of 10. Get this apple. Ooh. That's a lot of apples. Okay, that's it for this video. Now, there are a ton of apples out there that I just don't have access to. So in the comments, let me know what your favorite apple is from where you're from. And for those that haven't had an apple in a while, I just hope you go out and explore the wonderful world of apples out there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. What am I gonna do with all these apples now?